Dear students, today we are going to start a new type of reaction which is decomposition reaction. As name suggests, something will decompose. Okay, so let's see the definition first about the decomposition reaction, which is if any compound undergoes decomposition with the help of heat or light or electricity, and compound decomposes into two or more than two parts, then this type of reaction is known as decomposition reaction. And it has again three types. Like I told you, three cases in the combination reaction. In same way, again decomposition has three cases. And one by one I will introduce all the cases. Let me introduce the case 1 now. See, thermal decomposition reaction. Understand what happens. What I said, one compound you heat and you get more than one compound. So, CaCO3 plus heat means you are heating what? CaCO3. And after that CaO plus CO2 forms, right? CaO plus CO2 forms. So, can you see that one compound is breaking into two compound, right? Okay, it means it is decomposition. And can you see it is breaking in the presence of heat? Heat gives thermal means heat only, okay. So, if this breaking process is in presence of heat, then it is known as thermal decomposition process or thermal decomposition reaction. Again you can see KClO3, potassium chlorate, okay. Again KClO3 is breaking in presence of what? Heat, and if it is breaking in presence of heat, it is thermal decomposition. Suppose if any compound is breaking in presence of light, that is called photochemical decomposition. Suppose any compound is breaking in presence of electricity, then that is electrolysis process. So there are three types of decomposition, my dear students. First is thermal decomposition. I hope you are understanding very well what is decomposition reaction and what is thermal decomposition. Let me see you the third example, that is FeOH thrice and heat. So, in presence of heat, if this iron oxide, if the oxide of this hydroxide of this iron FeOH thrice will break, then it gives iron oxide and H2O, Fe2O3 and H2O. So, this is the way how to break any compound with the help of heat and to get more than one product. Let me tell you the slide number B now, electrolytic decomposition reaction. What is electrolytic decomposition reaction? Dear student, understand first. If you have water, okay, understand first from my side here, understand the explanation, then go for the text. So, this is H2O and you take electricity means electric current, okay, and few drops of acid also in this water, because pure water cannot conduct electricity. So, you take few drops of acid there. After that what happens? H2O converts into H2, which is a gas, and O2, which is a gas, okay. So, H2O converts into H2 and O2. What happens if you see this reaction is very important reaction, okay, but because it has so many possibilities to ask the question, so many questions can arise from here, and again I will introduce this part, electrolysis, this reaction, okay. So, see what happens in the electrolytic decomposition. What happens in the presence of electricity? If you decompose any compound, that reaction is known as electrolytic decomposition reaction. How you decompose and how they can ask the question? See here, just balance the equation once. How many oxygen? 1, here 2, just balance it, okay. Now, how many hydrogen? 2 and 2, 4, and here 2 hydrogen only. So, you make it this. So, 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen and 2 oxygen, correct, over, okay, it is balanced now. See how they can ask the question. They can ask the question is, in electrolysis process of water, how many moles of H2 and how many moles of O2 will be formed? How we read this reaction is, 2 moles of water undergoes decomposition and forms 2 moles of hydrogen gas and 1 mole of oxygen gas. If no number is here, it means 1 only. See, these numbers are known as stoichiometric coefficient. Here, if you can't see any number, it means 1, okay. See what happens. how many moles of water participated? 2 moles. And how many moles of hydrogen formed? 2 mole. And how many moles of oxygen formed? 1. Are you getting? Okay. I hope you understood. And yes, definitely you will get MCQ type question from here, from this topic. So you can see water is breaking into hydrogen and oxygen in the presence of electric current. So it is electrolytic decomposition. Or sodium chloride is breaking into sodium and chlorine. So it is just due to electrolytic decomposition only. Let me introduce you photochemical decomposition now. See, photochemical decomposition. What happens in photochemical decomposition? Dear students, photo gives the sense of photon. P-H-O-T-O-N. What is photon? Photo gives the sense of photon. What is photon? So photon is the packet of energy. Okay, I will give you one packet which is filled with energy. Yes, I am talking about this lesson and all. This is energy packet only. So dear students, I am saying that what is photon? Photon is the packet of energy. Which kind of packet? Which kind of energy? So many types of energy are there. Okay, so it is a kind of light energy. If light energy packet comes, okay, that is photon. And if with the help of this photon you break any compound, then this type of breaking or this type of decomposition is called photochemical decomposition reaction or photodecomposition. See, AGBR and sunlight. Sunlight contains photon, vapor light contains photon, your tube light, your LED, everything contains photon. Anywhere you find light means photon is there. Okay. See, it doesn't mean that if you just switch on the light and yes, light is coming towards you. It's not very simple. What happens when you switch on the light, then filament is there or some other device equipment is there that starts burning. After that, it throws small packet of energy towards you, and then you get small connected packets of the light energy, which is called photon. Okay, yeah. And one more word is there, quantum. I will explain it in class 11th. Okay, both are connected. So photon simply means the packet of energy. Okay, so if with the help of this photon, see, photon also indicated as h nu. So sometime they will write photon, or sometime they will write h nu, or sometime in place of h nu they write UV, ultraviolet ray, UV, or sometimes they will simply write light. Dear students, all have same sense, all have same meaning. Okay, so don't deviate that time. So AGBR plus h nu they can write, or AGBR plus sunlight they can write, or AGBR plus photon they can write, or AGBR plus UV they can write. Anyone they can write. All have same meaning, same work, same product, same answer, same number, everything okay. So AGBR in presence of sunlight, then what happens? Silver and bromine will decompose, they will separate, Ag will separate and Br will separate. Then AgCl. So what AgCl will do? AgCl in presence of sunlight, it will convert into Ag and Cl2. Simply it breaks, it decomposes, that's it. Okay. So we have completed the thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition means decomposes, compound decomposes in the presence of heat. Okay. If it decomposes in the presence of light, it is photochemical decomposition. If it decomposes in the presence of electricity, that is electrolytic decomposition. So there are 3 types of decomposition reaction, and I explained that. Now time came to solve the question now. Electrolysis of water is a decomposition reaction. See, question came from this topic. Okay. Already they asked this question in exam, in previous year question. I have selected this. So electrolysis of water is a decomposition reaction. The mole ratio of hydrogen and oxygen gas liberated means released or produced or formed. What are the elements formed? That is hydrogen and oxygen, 2. Okay, hydrogen and oxygen. So how many moles of hydrogen? That is 2. And how many moles of oxygen? That is 1. Right. So they are asking the mole ratio of hydrogen and oxygen gas liberated during electrolysis of water. So that is 2:1 for hydrogen oxygen. If they ask oxygen hydrogen, then 1:2. Understanding? Okay. So what is the answer? Answer is B. See, in B you are getting 2:1. So this 2:1, B is the answer. See, must remember, in exam they may play with the words. They may ask you that the mole ratio of oxygen and hydrogen. So oxygen has 1 ratio and hydrogen has 2 ratio. Okay, so don't think that okay, in my class teacher taught 2:1, so definitely it is 2:1 always. No, it's not like that. It may be 1:2. Okay, or maybe they can ask the molar ratio of water and hydrogen. See, they can twist the question. What they can do, they can ask the molar ratio of water and hydrogen. What is this? This is 2:2. And 2:2 means simply what? 1:1. So 1:1 is the answer if they talk about the water and hydrogen molar ratio. Okay. Okay, now you tell me, what is the molar ratio in the electrolysis of water if the molar ratio asked for water and oxygen? Water and oxygen produced. What is this? That is 2:1. Yes or no? 2 water and 1 oxygen. Okay, answer my next question. If suppose any question is like this, that what is the molar ratio in electrolysis of water for oxygen and water? So what is that? Oxygen and water is 1:2. It's very simple. But here what they ask, the molar ratio of hydrogen, okay, and molar ratio of oxygen gas. You can see. So that is 2:1, and yes, B is the answer. Okay, B is the answer. So we have completed the decomposition reaction, which has how many types? 3 types. How many combination types? That is also 3 types. Both are 3 types only. Thank you.